Now that all of that craziness is over, Safe Expo has not gone anywhere. They have expanded their mission, their vision, and what they're trying to accomplish in the industry. Matt, thank you so much for being here today.
Hey Liz, thanks so much for having us.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, I just got to see you and the team in action. Was it last week or week before over at the Marriott Customer Conference? So tell me a little bit about what Safe Expo is doing now.
Yeah, so we started with the vax verification and the health and safety protocols during COVID, and now phase two is basically coming out of kind of an idea from a previous guest that you just had on earlier this morning, Juliet Tripp, and
Mhm.
her Event Boss podcast with Carrie Davenport. And so what they were talking about is the differences between the UK events and the US events, where in the UK a lot more people are certified in first aid, CPR, and AED. So we felt like that was just a perfect transition for us. And so we now have American Heart Association instructors that can go around the country, training teams, event teams, and groups who want to be better prepared when they're on event site, for the first aid and CPR and AED training, which in these days we're hearing a lot more incidents where these just any simple knowledge in first aid and all of that training will come in helpful.
No, I think it's incredible. And for those of you that were on earlier, we had Steve Binkowski, head of physical security at Dell Technologies. And when I used to work on the Dell World program, I would have our event teams come together for not only that security briefing, but we would also do this first aid, CPR, emergency response training for our team so that we were prepared and ready. And one of the things that we found was having a staff that's ready actually lowers the cost of your event insurance. Have you found this to be the case as well?
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of groups and they've mentioned that we've reached out to some of those event insurance agencies to get more information and figure out what we can share with the groups that are participating to kind of just give them some tips and pointers of what they're looking for when it comes to, getting that insurance policy for their event or for the full year.
I think it's incredible. So, across the event industry, what I've seen you doing lately is getting sponsors at industry events to bring your team in and offer it as a networking event, a workshop, a part of the wellness opportunity for event professionals who are going out to an IMEX or some of these other industry programs to be able to get their training before the program starts. They watch an online program, they then are physically in person to finish the training. Is that how this works?
Yeah, so our goal is to provide this 2 year certificate that's provided by the American Heart Association at no cost to the event professional. So our goal is to partner with those event producers, offer up a couple of workshops. So we did three last week with the Marriott, as you mentioned, and we trained over 30 people. So that was a great start for us. We're heading down to PCMA Convening Leaders next month in Houston. We have 6 workshops available. So people are currently registering for those time slots. I think it's 2 per day. So we start on Sunday and we go Monday and Tuesday as well. So the plan is to get them registered. We will then send them the online coursework, which is about a 75-minute self-paced video that they will do at home or in the office. They will get a certificate for that, and then they will finish the program in person with us where we can do the skills training with our Safe Expo instructors.
That's incredible. So if you are a leader, manager of an event team, though, you can actually get the Safe Expo team to come in and do a team offsite, either at their event before their big conference begins or come into the office. Is that right?
Yeah, so we can travel all over. We have instructors kind of located throughout, and they can let us know how many people they're thinking about wanting to get trained, and then we'll work with them to build, the program based on their schedule and location.
I think that's incredible. And then I think about all the user conferences we're actually running. Why are we limiting this to just event professionals to learn CPR, how to use AEDs, and to save lives through first aid opportunities? Why not have this as one of the wellness opportunities for your actual customers? So if you've got user conferences or even executive events, have them sign up for this program, bring in the Safe Expo team, and let that be. Why does it have to be 6 a.m. yoga? Why can't it be CPR lessons? I think it would be such a great addition.
Yeah, and I think the good thing is it fits in the realm of the normal session or workshop, so we can go 90 minutes on site is typically what we're looking at for the in-person skills test. We make it fun. We understand sitting in a room. We don't want to be that boring, talking to you type session. So the team makes it fun. They're playing music, and then they have some pretty interesting videos before the session, and then obviously there's a good one at the very end as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I definitely heard the team building fun when we were in the room next door to you out at that Marriott event. We could hear the laughter, we could hear people talking about things. We know that it's not only a good time, but it's actually extremely educational, and I think it's super cool. I do have one question for you. Our next segment is going to be with Tracy Stuckrath talking about food and food allergies. In the first aid training, is using an EpiPen something? Because that's actually something I've never been trained on.
Yeah, so that is part of the in-person. So what we do is we do EpiPen, we do the compressions with a mannequin. They have the actual test AED. So the EpiPen is one of the tools that they will show the participants how to use an EpiPen.
That is incredible. I love that. All of these experiences are absolutely necessary. Now, tell me a little bit about the fear that a lot of people have. Like if there's the lawsuits, there's all the scary stuff. If I try to save somebody and I can't do it, do people need to be worried about this?
No, each state has their own policy, but what the biggest thing to know is if you're in an emergency, don't panic. Everyone is nervous, even sometimes the emergency professionals and the medical professionals, they're nervous based on what's going on. But any type of CPR and any type of support is better than doing nothing. So we heard a lot of stories. One story was they were at dinner with their father, and he had a heart attack and unfortunately died in front of them. And they had nothing, no experience. They had no way to know what to do, but taking this class made them feel a lot better, and understanding that even the instructors, said that they would be nervous in situations. So I think it's just being relaxed and kind of taking a deep breath and moving and following basically the instructions that you're going to listen to in this course.
Yeah, that's what I had learned from our friend Steve Binkowski. He said, breathe here, push here, and do it to the tune of staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. So that's all we needed to worry about. It wasn't think about anything else. It was like just move into action.
Yep. And do something is better than doing nothing. So that's absolutely, key to any kind of emergency. And again, we're not trying to replace the EMT. This is just someone that is there until those medical professionals show up, whether you have an EMT on site or you have to dial 911 and are waiting for those emergency responders to show up.
That is so great. And I like that it takes the pressure off. It's like you don't have to save the life. You just have to make sure that the person is being taken care of. Other people are on the way. And then back to that security briefing we had this morning. It is find out from your venue. How long does it take an ambulance to get to your location so that you know that? How long do you have to give some life-saving support until somebody's going to be there for you?
Yeah. And I think once you go through the course, you're going to start looking at airports and hotels. Where's the AED? Where are the products that that may be helpful? And even having a first aid kit as part of your event routine, just having it there. We have one on our website, which we think is great because it lists everything out and it says, if it's this, do this. If it's that, do that. And the color coded, so it's a great resource to have. It's a very little kit. And so it's something good to have at all of the events just as backup.
Unbelievable. Well, I feel safer knowing that you're here and that your company is behind us and this industry. So, Matt, thank you so much for being one of our Club Ichi strategic partners. We're going to do a lot more together this year. We're going to do some classes together too, and we'll do an Ichi Academy with you. And I just really appreciate you being a part of us. Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for what you're doing, and we wish you the best the rest of today.
Thank you so much. And now we're going to continue on with this life-saving opportunity. So not only can event professionals save lives physically by helping and supporting people right there on the floor with you when something goes wrong,